Greetings, this is Dinah Monahan.
And Damon Evans bringing you Pro-Life Perspectives. This program is about all things pro-life. It's sponsored by White Mountain Tees in Snowflake. White Mountain Tees provides screen printing, embroidery, banner printing, merchandise with your logo on it, and much more for the White Mountain community. Whether it's 25 t-shirts for your family reunion or 5,000 for your big event, they can do it.
And Damon, they deliver your order right to your door. From Payson to Winslow, Pinetop to Springerville, they bring it to you. Go to whitemountaintees.com. That's whitemountaintees.com. Or stop by their shop in Snowflake.
So, Dinah, man, things are heating up in the pro-life, pro-choice war, and I'm so excited to hear what you are going to talk to us about today to equip us. What's happening today?
Well, today I want to talk about pro-life activism and the price that some people pay to take a stand. In particular, there's 6 pro-life activists were sentenced in Nashville, Tennessee, and related to a 2021 blockade of an abortion facility. Now, it was more than 6 that took part in this blockade, and it was on March 5th of 2021, and they went into an abortion clinic, and they blocked the door and the access, and they prayed, and they sang hymns, but they did block the access to the interior doors.
That's illegal for them to do that, right?
It is illegal for them to do that. And you know, you look at it and the average person will say, well, so they broke the law, so they needed to go to jail. And perhaps that's true, but I just want to put another spin on it. I'm not recommending it. I myself have done a blockade, not inside the clinic, but outside the clinic. And we laid across, we had a cement little thing that we put our hands in and held a bar, and anyway, blocking it so the cops couldn't get our arms out. Yeah, I've been there and I've done
like
that
you got
route.
away with it.
Yeah, we did. He just didn't come in. No babies were killed that day. Anyway, with that said, I want to just let you know before you judge real quickly, maybe these people were heroes, not villains, because they were in the abortion clinic of Cesar Santagello. And he is an abortionist who does late-term abortions. And in August of 2022, pro-lifers secured the remains of 115 babies that had been killed by Santagello's Washington Surgery Clinic. At least 5 of those babies, now known as the DC-5, appear to have been nearly full-term when they were killed. And the horrible thing is, one of them they thought had a partial birth abortion, which is delivering a live baby all but the head. Mm-hmm. I won't even go into how gruesome it is, what they do to them.
Yes, I know.
But anyway, the others had been delivered alive and had been killed, strangled or asphyxiated. They had been delivered alive. Now, these are full-term babies delivered alive, and they had been killed. And you know, the 6 that went to trial that I'm talking about were older women. Mm-hmm. And, well, one of them was a man. But the women were older. They were my age or older and infirm. They had bad health. And, they got taken away in handcuffs and put in jail. And they just said, well, that's not what they would have chosen. But they felt they needed to do something because of what this man was doing in these late-term abortions. And so I think we need to look back on the Nazi Holocaust and ask ourselves that why didn't people protest back then? That's what we ask ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't they protest?
Right.
Why didn't they stop it? Why didn't they say something? You know, it was the Corrie ten Booms and the Schindlers who came out as heroes, even though they were criminals then. They defied the law. Yeah. And I'm not urging anyone to be violent. I want to say that emphatically. But I just want you to put it in perspective. If we believe that there's no difference between a 34-week baby and that's killed and a baby 2 days outside the womb, and if we had a clinic and their babies, their newborn babies were in strollers and women were waiting in line to have their newborn babies killed, would we stop it?
Oh my, you sure would think so, but I don't know.
Right?
You'd sure think so, but then there's this historical
Precedent of the Holocaust, and I see the similarities of people just living in fear.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And they made sure that they got very harsh treatment and very harsh sentences. And so, and remember, they didn't do anything violent. They prayed and they blocked an entrance.
Yeah.
A woman, Mrs. Adoni, said that she had a stroke while she was in prison, and she was also neglected by the jail staff, and they failed to administer her necessary diabetic treatment. And she actually had serious health problems as a result.
Wow.
They were treated badly. They were, they were treated very badly. She said, and I quote, "Probably the hardest thing was being disallowed from contact with anyone outside the hospital, being in ankle shackles, even for sleeping, and no one knowing where I was."
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And this is for going in a building and blocking an entrance.
Yeah.
But she also said, and I love this, but God did so many beautiful things. I had 2 guards at all times. This is a very dangerous criminal, and got to witness to them. I also had a few dynamic Christian caregivers, one being a federal marshal. She says she is doing well now, although in a tough place since I was moved to D.C. jail. It's a whole nother world, but glory be to God, his mercies are new every morning. So she got sentenced to 2 years. Wow. 20, and
That's apostolic.
yeah, exactly.
It's a very apostolic experience.
It is.
Just like standing up for what you believe, taking the hit, and then using that opportunity to share with those who are, who are incarcerating.
Right.
you.
Remember
It's
Paul when he kept making
Peter,
converts out
all
of
the
his
apostles just took those opportunities. That's so beautiful.
absolutely.
And so courageous.
And Paulette Harlow, 75, was sentenced to 2 years. And, she said leaving her husband will be the hardest part. She said, but it's an honor to work and stand up before the unborn. And she said, her final thing that she said, I think, is all of our hearts. I'm heartbroken for all of us. I'm heartbroken for America. I really am. All 6 of those people got 2 years to 27 months in jail sentence.
In prison.
In prison.
For one day
Yes.
of being a menace at
Yes.
an abortion clinic. Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
But you know what? I look at it and I say, well, I think we need to look at it through a different lens. I truly do. They are killing babies. And if we believe that, why aren't all of us protesting outside of abortion clinics?
Right.
Why aren't we filling the sidewalk outside of, it's legal, outside of the abortion clinic? I do that on a regular basis. But I'm thinking, where are the rest of the Christians?
Oh, Dinah, you have hit me square between the eyes. You ask, where are the Christians? And I've never done that. And I really haven't gone out of my comfort zone. And right now I'm feeling pretty convicted about that.
So join me. We'll party together.
I'm going to join you, and I'm going to just request, ask, beg our listeners to ask themselves what they can do as well.
Absolutely.
And be inspired by these people we just talked about.
Absolutely.
And continue to join us here on Pro-Life Perspectives, whether you're on the radio or whether you're on the YouTube channel, and use those resources that we're giving you to get involved, get connected, and help us fight this fight. The stakes are so high right now.
As everybody knows, Prop 139 is on the ballot this November, and we are advocating a no vote. Prop 139 would make Arizona one of the most liberal abortion states in the country and allow abortions up until the day of birth. So please, no on Prop 139.
And thank you for tuning in to another Pro-Life Perspectives. We'll be back next week. And until then, be safe,
Be blessed.
be kind, and
And
love
love
life.